Hello, welcome back to my channel. Long time no see. I don't know, it's been 6, 7 months. So I hope everybody enjoyed the Gidget video. I hope it gives everybody a little bit of a chance to have a giggle, have a laugh, and get warmed up into coming back to my channel. God, what's happened? What's been going on? Whew, a lot. Still living in the same house. Still married to the great, wonderful man. Same great, wonderful man. Made some upgrades. Got some cool new stuff. Obviously, nice new bed. Made some bad choices. Made some good choices. Learned some lessons. Still fighting the same normal health problems. Of course, the weather's changed, so it's colder, wetter, rainy, and which of course has flared up my fibro and my arthritis, which the combination of the two is just horrible. Well, by the previous video, you can tell I got a new kitten. So we have Buster, Scrappy, and Gidget now. Sorry, don't mean to be moving y'all around. Bounce, bounce, bounce. Still battling the weight. Was doing really good. Got down to 260. Kind of plateaued. Hit a really deep depression. Still trying to pull myself out of that depression. Not working. Yes, these curls are all natural. No, I cannot show you how to get this style because it's natural. It just happens. My hair naturally does it. It just curls that way. I don't have any special fancy thing. The only thing I can say is that I'm using a new product. It's Noodlehead. It's a shampoo cream, or it's not really a shampoo cream. It's a 2-in-1 cream that you use in the shower, and then it's a leave-in conditioner that you use when you get out of the shower. And it seems to be working to bring back my curls as my hair is growing out and getting much, much longer. I haven't cut it in a very long time because I want it to grow long. Even though when it curls up, it kind of looks short anyways, but I did curl it over on the sides just to pull it back out of my face. I did have to get my ears, these 2 holes, re-pierced because they closed up. Yeah, so I'm going to be doing some product reviews of some things that I bought that I spent some money on that I'm disappointed in, some things that I bought that I'm happy with, and just kind of trying to get back into things and see where this takes me, and just trying to find my groove again. I really lost myself and just kind of quit living and quit being me. And I know that it's hard when you're battling depression and you're battling other health problems that compound the depression, and then you have a bipolar on top of it, which I do. I have bipolar and severe depression and the fibromyalgia and the arthritis. So I have all of these things meshed into one. And I can put on the brave face. I can smile. I can laugh. I can look like I'm on top of the world. When on the inside, like so many others, I am screaming and crying and begging for the world to just stop. Because I just want to get off that horrible ride. Now, I know some of you may not agree with it, and that's okay, but I do use alternative medicine, which meaning since I live in the state of Washington, I use marijuana to help ease some of my pain when I'm having the worst freaking days possible where I can't even move. And I want to cry. Um, but I only do it in the evenings. I mean, when I can go, it's funny. This last time I went in to get some pot, and the bud guy laughed at me because I told him I could make a gram last me like 3-4 months. He's like, what? Yeah, that's because I don't use it that much, and I'm not judging. Do not think I'm judging. Because, hey, everybody's got their own thing. We all do our own vices. We all do our own thing. I'm not judging. I'm really, really not. Um, but, it's one of those things that it's just kind of like, I tried to do it without it and just use the prescribed medications. It doesn't work. It's just not enough. Well, now I've been given the opportunity to find a new doctor. So, scouring through the doctors that are available for my in-network for the coverage that I get, the insurance that I happen to find a naturopath doctor. So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna give it a try. As well as the fact he's a chiropractor. So it's kind of a two-in-one thing, and I'm hoping maybe it'll help because I do have back and neck problems, and I do have, I think probably a few slip discs or something. I've told the stories of how I put this body through a lot. Uh, and I still try and act like a 20-year-old when I'm now coming up on 40. Yes, believe it or not, this March of 2018, I am going to be 40 years old. I know, I don't look it. I know. Don't ask me what my secret is because I don't have a clue. Because I used to drink, smoke. I did all kinds of stuff that everybody else has ever done. So the fact that I don't have as many wrinkles and scar lines that I guess most women my age have, I don't know. Maybe it's genetics. Maybe it's just, I don't know. I don't know what it is. I just am the way I am. I mean, I do have the, fat, fat bulge, yeah. Gotta get rid of that. With the turkey gizzard. Yeah. And I got the chicken wings. I mean, look at that. But I don't know. I don't think that's anything I'm ever gonna get rid of. That's from losing so much weight. I mean, that used to be fat. That used to be solid mass. Now it's just skin flapping around because I lost all that weight. Hard to believe that I used to be 310 pounds. Or, yeah, 310. 310! I'm like, holy shit! And here I am. I think I'm probably like 264 still. So, I mean, I'm still down there. But it's just, it blows my mind. And I know I can get it off. I think. And maybe some of what's there is just this, the extra skin. You know, I don't know if some of you have ever watched that show, My 600 Pound Life. I watch that show still. And my heart goes out to a lot of those people because I know the struggle. I know the pain. I know the frustration. I mean, I thank God that I got a wake up call before I even got past the 320 mark. But it was still, my health was deteriorating. I mean, I was pushing it. My doctor was getting scared for me because I was suffering from edema and, swollen feet, swollen ankles. I was retaining water like there was no tomorrow. And I was horrible. And I had to make a choice. It wasn't for anybody else. It was for myself. It wasn't because of my kids or my husband or anybody. It was for me because I didn't I didn't want to die. I didn't want to be sick. I didn't like feeling the way I felt. I wanted to be able to keep up with my husband. I wanted to be able to do things that I wanted to do and I couldn't. And I was like, you know what? That's it. I'm done. Now I outwalk my husband, which is funny because I always used to get mad at him because he'd walk too fast. And now I walk faster than him, and he's always yelling at me saying, "Slow down, babe! Hey, you're going too fast." Which is kind of funny because, yeah, now I'm just like, speed walker. But that's on a good day. If I'm feeling crappy, I still walk a little faster, but I drag a little. It's just the holidays are always hard for a lot of people. Some because it reminds them of, mm, excuse me, some because it reminds them of those they've lost. Some because they can't be with the ones they love. Others just because they hate the holidays. And because it's just not enjoyable for them because they have nothing. They have no home, they have no food, they have no clothes, they have nobody. They're just a forgotten afterthought. And I'm guilty of it myself. I really am. I am guilty of being judgmental and looking at homeless people and judging and being like, yeah, I don't believe that person is who they say they are. And I shouldn't. I have no right to judge. I have no right to assume that their sign is truth or not. I don't know their story. But I do. Because that's the society we've become. We've become so nitpicky and judgmental and critical of everybody around us that we automatically pick out and judge somebody. We look at them and we automatically judge and say, oh yeah, that person's this way or that way, or this person is like that, and this person. And we don't care. We don't we don't think. We don't stop to try and put ourselves in their position. We don't stop to think, oh, well, wait a minute. What if I was there? And I, of all people, should know what it's like. Because I have been homeless. I was homeless for 5 years. 5 years before my friend helped me dig my way out of rock bottom. And I think that was a lot of my depression, is I started to loathe myself. I started to dislike who I was because I just had no happiness. I was judging and just there was so much negativity inside myself as well as around me. The people I was surrounding myself with were just instant, just balls of negativity. And And then I was exuding my own negativity, and I was, I was angry and frustrated with how things were going. I was feeling frustrated because of personal things, and I felt, like I had made it over one hurdle, but then I was in this stagnant pond, and I just felt like there was no light at the end of the tunnel, so I was starting to give up hope, and then all of these other things started falling in, and so I just gave up, and I quit. And then I started lashing out at my husband and blaming him for everything. And yes, there are a lot of things he was responsible for. But in the end, it came down to the fact that it was me. In the end, we're all responsible for our own feelings and actions and how we treat others. And I had forgotten all of that. And then I started seeing my husband change and starting to see him improve and become somebody that I didn't know. And I got scared. But at the same time, I felt happy-ish. And so I started to pull myself out. And yes, I'm still struggling. It's not easy. I'm dealing with a lot. I have a lot of responsibility on my shoulders. A lot of responsibility for trying to make sure that we get this house fixed, because there's no way this roof's going to make it through this winter. We have to have it fixed before snow flies. If snow flies. And I don't know how we're going to afford it. I don't have a clue. I'm leaving it in God's hands and praying that by the grace of God, somehow, it'll all work itself out. Because it's the only way it's going to happen. It's inevitable. It's the only way it's going to happen. And just giving myself the courage and the strength to try again. Just throw myself out there and try again, and to not run away when I get scared and maybe feel intimidated or feel like I'm not doing something like the way everybody else does, because I'm not here to be like everybody else, because I'm not like everybody else. I am me, and I'm here to do things the way I do things, and if it works for me, it works. And eventually I'll get into a rhythm, and I'll figure out what works and what doesn't, and I'll find what everybody responds to. And that is what I'll go with. Now, obviously, I've looked over my videos, and of course, the biggest one that everybody has really, really enjoyed was the one titled Demolition Pit, which is where I go and I show everything that we did, how we were working on remodeling things and stuff like that, which we're still working on that. Imagine that. So, will that be a continuation? More than likely. Am I going to have some fun little skits with Gidget? Oh, of course. I got to have some funny and humor in here, because let's face it, we all need humor, because without humor, we all lose our marbles. So, we need to do that. But I think this is a good start. This is a good video. And it's a nice little short 20 minutes to say, hey, here I am. I'm trying to come back. I've missed y'all. I hope to see you back. And we'll see what happens. So, Merry Christmas. Happy Thanksgiving. And we'll see y'all soon. And please, don't forget, subscribe, like, hit the little bell for notifications. And I'll talk to you again soon. Bye.